Good morning, and thank you for your time listening to this. As suggested, I will start by briefly introducing myself and my work before discussing my plans for the fellowship. I'm currently a research associate in biomedical data science at the University of Cambridge. My background is in data science, so I initially trained in Paris before joining the University of Oxford for my master and landing in Cambridge for my PhD that I've completed a few months ago. My PhD research was initially focused on how machine learning can help predict protein interactions in humans. But I ended up spending a lot of time looking at the carbon footprint of such algorithms, and more on that in a second. My current research has two parallel arms. On the one hand, I continue biomedical data science, looking at medical imaging and genomic data. But on the other hand, I will continue to lead the Green Algorithms initiative that I've started during my PhD. So a bit of background on it. This project started in 2020 with the Australian bushfires. Part of our lab is in Melbourne, Australia, and I guess it just hit a bit closer to home. So I tried to estimate the carbon footprint of running the bioinformatic analysis routinely performed in the lab. And I thought it would be a 2 weeks project, but it turned out there was no easy way to do so. A couple of tools dedicated to deep learning existed, but nothing for other fields, despite how broadly used large-scale computations are in physics, biology, astronomy, etc. So we decided to try to fix this. And I created one, which is like the Green Algorithms online calculator. Feel free to check it out if you're interested. You can just plug in some details about whatever computation you're doing, and it gives you the corresponding carbon footprint. And we published a related paper. This was launched in 2020, and since then we've had over 10,000 users from all over the world, about 200 users every week at the moment. And this mostly confirmed that scientists want to be mindful of their emissions. They just lacked the tools to do so. Shortly after, we realized that scientists needed more guidelines on how to do computational science responsibly, and no one likes reading like dry papers. So we condensed that in a shorter 10 simple rule piece, giving clear advice to scientists. And over the past year, there has been a real surge in interest from institutions, mostly in the UK, but also in Europe and in the US. And I ended up talking about this project and running workshops and training sessions at a quite big number of conferences, seminars. And yeah, that's been a really exciting time. So in the meantime, I've engaged with a number of stakeholders, such as funding bodies like the Wellcome Trust, HDI UK, research institutions like Embody BI. And here too, they are really keen to push the discussion forward and support these efforts. So what's next? Up until recently, anything computer related was seen as the green alternative to experimental work. And this has been true as well for computational science, which explains why there has been very limited research into the carbon footprint of scientific algorithms. But now, the Green Algorithms project and similar initiatives are leading the way in this nascent field. And I really believe that we have a chance in the coming months to really shape the discussion around this topic. And that's very much my plan for the fellowship. So over the next couple of years, I will anyway continue, to raise awareness and to try to lead the discussion around the carbon footprint of computational science, including with some trainings. And one of the key elements is to engage with both grassroots movements, so graduate students, early career researchers, but also with funding bodies and journals to have everyone on board. So the main element in practice of the fellowship plan is to organize a dedicated event that brings together scientists with a variety of backgrounds, from early career researchers, recognized leaders, individuals. In both these groups have already indicated their interest for such an event, so I'm quite optimistic. There would be two main goals for this. The first one would be to offer training sessions on sustainable practices in a way that would be more efficient than going to all UK institutions one by one, as I've been doing so far. The second is to bring all stakeholders, from early career researchers to research leaders, funding bodies, and green computing experts, all in a room, or at least virtual room, and really brainstorm and shape the next steps for this field. So joining the SSI community would be a brilliant occasion to link with other scientists, and I have no doubt many other opportunities like that would come up, and yeah, I would look forward to embrace them. Thank you.